a fairy tale. Good evening. I'm your storyteller, Shirley Temple. From the time Henry Hudson and his crew disappeared without sign or trace, the Catskills have been a place of wonder and enchantment. Tonight, one of its most treasured legends, Rip Van Winkle. You're a queen, you're a king, when your heart's young as spring. Oh, how bright the world can seem. Dreams are made for children, and we're children as long as we can dream. Have you ever wondered what would happen if you fell asleep and slept for 20 years? In this fast and furious age, just imagine the changes you'd find when you woke up. But much more important than the changes in things are the changes in people. Our story starts in a quaint little village at the foot of the Catskills. The year is 1770. Lofty and brooding, this range has long served as a locale for those weird and wonderful tales so loved by children. And no one loved them better than Rip Van Winkle, a child, despite his years. Many were the stories he related of his adventures in these enchanted mountains. To the children of the village, Rip was a constant delight. To his wife, alas, a constant despair.
You know the trouble with you and me, Wolf? We're born shiftless, and everybody knows it. Even my daughter, Judith. Although she loves me too much to admit it. I never should have let myself be talked into getting married. Except I was too lazy to talk myself out of it. I never did like to hurt a person's feelings, especially my old dame's. Seeing it's all my fault, she soured into a shrew. She was sweet as new milk when I wed her. No, that's the truth, by Haneke. I may be a shiftless fellow who fools whoever he can. But only a real fool would ever try to fool himself. And that much of a fool, I ain't.
Hi, Rip! Hey, Rip!
Hello, Judy, my love!
Papa? Papa! I've been looking for you everywhere.
Here I am, large as life and twice as natural.
Where have you been? Mama's been searching all over for you.
I've been hunting, my precious. Look. Two of the fattest coonies that ever hip-hopped across the Catskills.
2 rabbits? Then what took you so long?
Well, I ain't been gone that long, my precious.
You've been gone since yesterday. I was terrible lonesome for you, Papa. And Mama was, too.
Since yesterday? Me? You know, that must have been powerful strong barley water Nicholas Vedder was serving at the King George Inn yesterday. Is Mama angry?
Mama says you're going to get the broom if you're not back home by noon. And it's nearly that now. Please hurry, Papa.
Said that, did she? You heard that, Wolf?
Hey, Rip!
Hello! Hello, my little turnip!
Where have you been, Rip? Hiding from Dame Van Winkle again?
I'd be a poor kind of critter if I hid from any flesh and blood woman, Smarty Breeks, my good dame least of all.
Why do you hide from her, Rip? He doesn't hide from her. He does, too, up in the mountains. He doesn't go up into the Catskills to hide from no one. Not even good King George himself. And why does he go? To do all sorts of important things. To explore. Up there, there's just a lot of old rocks and trees. It's not just a lot of old rocks and trees. Is it, Papa?
Oh, no, indeed, my precious. No, indeed. The Catskill Mountains and me, we share secrets.
What kind of secrets? I hope you don't think my Papa's gonna blab our private secrets all over the place. Can't because he ain't got any.
Pardon me, young Smarty Breeks. It just so happens that I have seen some mighty strange and wonderful things in these mountains. Dinkum, I have.
Such as? Yes, Rip, such as?
Now, if I tell you some of the things I've seen, do you all promise never to tell a living soul?
Promise.
Well, one thing I've seen caves with great pewter mugs that the giants drink from. And when you look into them, you can see yourself clear as in a looking glass.
Dinkum dinkum?
Dinkum dinkum.
How come you didn't bring one down with you?
I'm glad you asked me that. For one thing, they're too heavy to carry, and for another, they are guarded by all kinds of strange and fearful creatures.
What kind, Rip?
Well, one is a great big Jerusalem, taller than any hemlock. Then there's lots of little skinnamarink that scurry around among the stones. The Catskills is jam full of hobgoblins and demons. Any Injun will tell you that.
Papa, let's go home. Mama's waiting. Ghost of who, for instance?
Did any of you here recall the great Henrik Hudson?
No. Well, you should. He was the first man to discover this country. They named the river after him. Oh, that one. He's been dead for donkey's years.
Oh, is that what you think, is it? Well, listen, Smarty Van Layden. The great Henrik Hudson comes back to these mountains every 20 years. And he don't come alone, neither by Anarchy.
Who comes with him?
The whole crew of his ship, the Half Moon. They all tag along.
You don't mean his books, do you, Papa?
Well, they ain't flesh and blood, that's for sure.
I don't believe a word of it. If Papa says it's so, Smarty Breeks.
Yeah. You hear that?
Yeah, it was thunder.
Thunder. That was no thunder, Smarty Van Layden.
What was it then?
9 pins.
Yes, 9 pins. Don't tell them anymore, Papa. Who'd be playing 9 pins up there?
The great Henrik Hudson and his crew, that's who.
Yes, that's who. Papa, let's go home.
This ain't no good reason for me to sit around here talking all day, by Henneke. Come along, my precious. Wolf, come on.
Van Kimmel is right. The Boston Tea Party won't solve nothing. What do we gain if we throw out the British king? A French king or a Spanish king, maybe? Out of one frying pan into another.
Now that is defeatist talk from Dutcher. This country is fighting for its freedom, for its own government.
Here. Grow up, Van Kimmel. One government's as wicked as another.
He's right, by Henneke.
There would be no need for Boston tea parties. If Peter Stuyvesant was still alive, he would still be a law-abiding Dutch colony.
Right again.
Now, you keep out of this, Rip. You'd be for any government that didn't make you work.
Right, too. Here comes Dame Van Winkle.
I thought I'd find you here.
Good day to you, Dame Van Winkle.
Don't you good day me, Rob Dutcher.
No, my love.
A whole village watching and laughing behind their aprons and thinking what a fool I am to put up with your worthless ways another minute. And this is where the trouble always starts.
A man can't help being what he is, Dame Van Winkle.
I know you all think I'm a shrew. And that's because I'm the only one who cares enough about him to get him to mend his ways.
Rip's Rip. Not you nor anyone else can make him change his ways.
He doesn't have to lie down and give in to it. What'd happen if I did that? Who'd slave their fingers to the bone to see that our children are clothed and fed? Would he? He's never lifted a finger to do an honest day's work yet. And he never will as long as you encourage him. and buy him ale. You know he's got the weakest head for ale in the whole of the Catskills.
You're wrong, ma'am. When Rip leaves our company, he's always sober as a judge.
Never a taint of liquor on his breath.
I didn't think to hear such lies from the local schoolmaster, Mr. Kimmel. But I should have known you'd all herd together to protect him. Rip Van Winkle, come you home.
That's the trouble with women. Always trying to make a man over into something he ain't, and then hollering like geese because he turns out worse than ever.
Poor Dame Van Winkle. She tries her best.
She is right. We are a bad influence.
No, he ain't. He's a bad influence.
No, he isn't. There isn't a mean bone in him. Why, he's a born dreamer, with his head forever in the clouds. He could never change his ways, even if he wanted to.
Come inside. There's some soup warming on the stove.
You mean you ain't going to clobber me with the broom again?
If I thought it'd do you any good, I would. But you're past hope, Rip Van
Oh,
Winkle.
don't say that. Look at the nice fat ponies I brought you.
Come on, Wolf. Now, don't you bring that dog in here. He's as worthless as you are.
Outside, Wolf. You go play lions and tigers with Judy. Come on. If that don't smell real good, I left my nose in the fork of a pine tree. You sure you wouldn't feel better if you clobbered me with a broom?
No. Now, sit and eat. I've made up my mind, Rip. I'm going to sell the cottage and go and live with my folks. Me and the children. A free man again.
You never talked to me like that before, no matter how angry you got, my love. I prefer clobbering any time.
I thought there was hope you are bothered. Never change, Rip. Not for the better, which is all I care about.
I haven't been a good provider,
No, you haven't.
and I guess a person could say I've been a bad father.
No, you haven't. You just haven't been a father at all.
Yet I love them.
Maybe you do. In your own way. But it's not enough, Rip.
I guess I wouldn't like them to grow up like me instead of like you. If that's what you mean.
Finish your soup.
I ain't hungry no more.
Yes, you are. Now try to get it down. You'll need it.
Mama, these are for you so you won't be angry with Papa.
Thank you, Judith. I'm not angry with your father, though.
Oh, good. Wolf will be pleased.
You think maybe there's still a little bit of hope left for me yet? I don't mean a bushel, but maybe enough for you to give me one more chance?
Oh, Rip. You've been asking me for one more chance since the day I wed you. What happened when I kept giving it to you? You acted just the same as you had before. I turned into a sour, bad-tempered old woman.
You're not sour, no old, my love.
I feel old. I feel like I've been married to you for 20 years instead of 10. That's not right.
20 years isn't a long time once a person decided to make the best of it.
20 years is a lifetime, Rip Van Winkle. And a person only gets one.
I'd be be lost without you. Plumb lost by Henneke.
No more lost than you were with me.
How are you going to get back to your folks? You can't walk it, and there's no money to go by coach.
Yes, there is. Widow Brocker's willing to pay 10 pounds for this house and the land it stands on. I said to her I'd take it.
Well, we gave 15 for it only 10 years ago.
And since then, we've let the house go to ruin and the ground go to waste. We're lucky to get 10 for it. And wouldn't you know you didn't sign the deed when we bought it?
I didn't?
No, you didn't. And I can't sell to the Widow Brocker till you have. So do it right this minute.
Certainly, my love. Rip. Van. It's giving it away at 10.
Winkle.
Winkle.
Tide me over till I'm on my feet. There. I didn't forget it's young Rip's dinner time. Now, can I trust you to take that deed to the Widow Brocker and bring me back the 10 pounds?
Be happy to, my love.
You go straight there and come straight back.
I'll be back before you can say skittles and ale. Well, I always said it would come, Wolf. And it's come. She's quit me. I haven't figured out yet how I'll feel about it. I'm pretty certain to take it bad for a while. Man don't like giving up old habits, even unsuitable ones like being married. Come on, Wolf.
Papa? What were you and Wolf talking about?
I was just saying, my precious, that no matter what I do, no matter how it looks to you at the time, it's only for your own good in the end. Because I love you very, very much.
You don't have to tell me that, Papa.
I don't? I'm glad.
You never do anything except what's right for you to do.
I try, my precious. I try, by Henneke.
Papa? Papa, where are you going?
Going to call on the Widow Brocker.
She's not in. I saw her go off to collect firewood.
Oh.
Oh, she went that way.
Well, in that case, I can't call on her, can I? I better go tell your mama. No, that wouldn't do any good. I better go look for her.
Can I come too?
Oh, sure. No. You go and tell your mama that, although you love me very much, you love her just a little bit more.
But that's not true, Papa.
Well, you tell her anyway, because, that's what she needs just now.
Yes, Papa.
Widow Brocker! Widow Brocker! Are you anywhere near here? Maybe I'll go back and see if she'll give me one more chance. What's the matter with you? Got the sniffles or something? The fattest coney I seen this summer. Come on, after it. It'll make a fine peace offering. Oh. I don't care how fat he was. I'm as wheezy as a Widow Brocker's old cow. Whew. You know what I'm wondering, Wolf? I'm wondering whether my old dame has had a change of heart by now. What's the matter? You afraid my old dame has followed us all the way up here? What kind of a flea got into your lair lately, Wolf? You're acting more like a lapdog than a hunting hound every day.
Winkle!
That's my name.
Rip Van Winkle!
Tain't nobody I know. Not by the voice, it ain't.
Rip Van Winkle!
Go see who it is. Go see who it is, quick. What are you afraid of?
Rip Van Winkle!
That's me, all right. What you want?
Rip Van Winkle!
Tain't nobody from our village, or I'm a Mohawk Indian.
Rip Van Winkle!
Tain't nobody from this whole neck of the woods, or I'm a tribe of Mohawk Indians.
Rip Van Winkle!
Don't shout like that. You'll start a landslide that'll send us both to glory doodle dum. Hold your harness, I'm coming.
Who but our Rip, simple and guileless, would have followed this strange little man?
Well, good idea. Keeps it cool. You stranger around these parts? Where do you live? Kind of cold in winter, ain't it? You lived here long? Alone? Married?
The path grew steeper, the rocks sharper, and Rip's breath shorter as they approached the summit. Never had the mountain seemed so stark, so wild, so lonely.
Stand back. Stand back.
Wait for the captain! Wait for the captain! Heave, my hearties, heave! Heave, my hearties, heave! Heave! Van Winkle, come you here. Do you know me?
No, Your Honor.
Think again.
I'm sorry, Your Honor, but I have never made the pleasure of your acquaintance until now.
Yet you made free enough with my name.
Oh, no, Your Honor, you're mistaken.
Mistaken, am I? Who am I? Henry Hudson!
Henry Hudson?
The only.
But he was a big man.
Am I a liar?
Oh, no, Your Honor, no.
How could I be bigger than I am?
I remember now, Henry Hudson was a small man.
What?
He's a small man.
Small?
Large.
Hearken to the man
that boast to mortals that he knows me.
Only to children, Your Honor.
The crime is even greater. What concern is it to children that we as shades return here?
None.
Then how knew you that we did?
I didn't. I invented you.
Invented us?
Well, I don't know what I did, Your Honor, only I meant no harm.
Have you a wife?
I have, Your Honor.
Children?
2.
Then listen to what I say. For on your answer hangs your fate. Does your wife want for a better mate? And do your children want for a better father?
What if I answer that they don't want for a better one?
Then they shall never want for someone better.
And if I answer they do want for someone better?
We'll drink to it.
Drink to it.
What is your answer?
I could think better, Your Honor, if my mouth were not so dry.
Your answer first.
Well, it's, hard to say, Your Honor. Any man would like to serve his dame and children in the way that benefits them best.
We're not talking of any man, but you.
No, that would never be me. I know myself too well.
We await your decision, Van Winkle.
I would serve my dame and children best by ceasing to distress them. Is that the right answer?
Be your own judge of that.
dwarfs Rip met on the mountain were the ghosts of Henry Hudson and his men. No one really knows whatever happened to them. But we have a more immediate concern. What will happen to Rip?
Wolf. Down that no good hound. Down those no good low moonshining skellums. Took my gun and left me this old piece of scrap. Never should have taken that second drink. Never should have taken the first one. Boy, Henneke, that's the last drink I ever take. That's a solemn vow. Wait till my old dame hears that. Oh. Oh. What did my old dame say when she sees me like this? I better go to Brown Dutch's, get cleaned up before I get in that door.
His bones creaking with every step, Rip started the long trek home. Like a sleepwalker, he entered the town. It was different somehow, like the figment of a dream. Even the children were strange, hostile.
We ain't seen your arm before. Hey, take off your hat and let the bats fly out. Yeah, and get a haircut, too.
Gone completely was the calm peace of the village he remembered. Soldiers, what were they doing here? And people crowding the square, everyone hurrying, scurrying.
What's the matter, old man? Are you lost?
Huh?
Are you lost?
I guess I must be. Why is everyone rushing so?
What particular place are you looking for?
Well, it ain't just one, ma'am. It's a whole heap of places that seem to have disappeared.
Well, do you live here?
Oh, I used to be, but now I'm not so sure.
Well, what's your name?
Rip Van Winkle.
Oh, I never heard of it. Do you remember where you live?
Yes. Over there.
Well, that was clever of you. That's the town hall.
Where's my house?
I don't know if you don't know.
Get up there, sir. Right up there.
Thank
Here
you.
we go.
Thank you, ma'am.
Here we
Thank
go.
you. Thank you. Thank you.
And on the anniversary of our victory, this glorious day, October the 21st, 1793, our republic is 10 years old, good citizens. Hush, hush. But is the rejoicing universal as it should be? No, good citizens. We are still nursing secret vipers to our bosoms. There are still traitors to liberty skulking in our midst. Well, look who's here. Where did you appear from, stranger?
I've been up in the mountain all night.
You look like you've been there much longer than that.
I don't recall having seen you before. What's your name?
What is your business here?
I live here. I used to.
Are you sure you didn't get lost and come to the wrong town?
Maybe I did.
Well, what town are you looking for?
Georgeville?
Georgeville?
That's what this town was called once, but it is not called that now.
What do you call it now?
Washingtonville.
Why?
Why?
Are you a Federal or a Democrat, mister?
I ain't neither.
So, that's why you came into this town with a gun in your hand and on election day. Why, do you intend to start a riot and disturb the peace?
Oh, no, indeed, sir. Hinkum dinkum. I'm a law-abiding, loyal subject of the king. God bless him.
Friend, allow your candidate for Congress to handle this affair, please. Now, if you know what's good for you, you'll tell the truth.
I'm trying to, sir, but I'm powerful flustered.
So, you're a loyal subject of the king, are you?
I try to be.
Did you hear that, Mr. Dunkel?
I did, sir, and more's the pity.
So, you're for the King of England, eh?
Why, ain't you?
Well, how dare you? You're the lawyer here, Mr. Dunkel. Would you say that this called for a civil trial or a military court?
Well, I think that's best decided after we have the ruffians safely under lock and key, Mr. Tooley, sir.
I agree. Sergeant? Hey, coming, Sergeant! Would you please be so good as to remove this traitor to the town jail?
I said... Traitor, what have I done? Doesn't anybody remember Rip Van Winkle?
Rip Van Winkle? Rip Van Winkle? I knew the whole family.
It's old Brom Dutcher, Mr. Tooley, sir.
Well, bring him forward.
Brom Dutcher. Is that you?
I'd like to know who else it is if it ain't.
Brown Dutcher, do you identify this man as Rip Van Winkle?
Sure, Brom. You know me.
You're no more Rip Van Winkle than I am.
Ha! Are you certain?
Sure, I'm certain. The Rip I knew was fair-haired and straight as a tree.
You ain't the same either, Brom. You changed.
Changed? Who's changed? I'm the same as I ever was. And if you was Rip, I'd spot you in a minute. But you are not.
Well, that's good enough for me.
Get moving, if you please. Doesn't anyone remember poor old Rip Van Winkle?
Pardon me, Mrs. Gardenier.
Yes?
Wasn't your maiden name Van Winkle?
Why, yes, it was.
Are you acquainted with a person by the name of Rip Van Winkle?
I'm sorry to say I am. He's my brother.
Oh, no. This fella's old enough to be a grandfather.
What fellow?
An old man they arrested in the street for treason against the Republic. He's a long white beard down to here, and he calls himself Rip Van Winkle.
My father's name was Rip, but he died 20 years ago.
Then this old coot's either crazy or he's lying. Pardon me again. Good day.
Good day.
What's this? That's not your real name.
How's that?
Why, he can't be Rip Van Winkle. We already have a Rip Van Winkle in here for idling and vagrancy.
So, you're trying to conceal your true identity, are you?
Oh, I was born and baptized Rip Van Winkle.
Well, we'll settle that soon enough. Jailer, fetch the real Van Winkle.
Yes, yes, and what?
Sergeant, my pockets.
No. What about this?
What is it?
As if he didn't know.
Hey, it's a deed of some sort.
Glory doodle Tom. This is the deed I was supposed to give to the widow Brocky yesterday. I'll never hear the end of this from my good dame.
Hey, just a moment. Yesterday, it's dated 1763.
Let me see that. The acre of land lying between Two Peg Lane and Deaker's hog sheds. Who did you steal this from?
I didn't steal it.
Oh, come, sir.
Oh, no, hinkum dinkum. It's mine. I'm supposed to get 10 pounds for it from the widow Brocker.
Here's the real Rip Van Winkle. And no one knows it better than us. He's hardly ever out of here. Are you, you loafer?
Why should I be? You give me a warm bed and you feed me good.
You know who this old man is?
It's me.
Never set eyes on him before in my life. What's he arrested for?
So you still claim your name is Rip Van Winkle, eh?
I don't know.
Yes or no?
I'm all mixed up.
There's no doubt about that. Now we're asking you for a straight answer. Come, sir.
I used to be Rip Van Winkle, but I can't be now, can I? Because that's me yonder. Well, it can't be either because I'm here.
For the last time, who are you?
I knew last night. Even if it means a rope around my neck. I don't know who I am anymore.
Yes, ma'am. What do you want?
Oh, it's my sister. I'm glad you're here. You ever seen this old fellow before? He's told them all he's me.
What's the charge against him?
A vagrancy. Carrying arms on election day and talking treason against the colony. Republic.
And add theft to that list. Now, you know who this man is, young woman?
Can't be. My eyes are playing me tricks.
Look at me again. Why did you say your eyes have played you tricks?
Is that fellow your brother?
Yes, he's my brother, right enough.
Is your name Judith?
Why, yes, it is.
Hey, how'd he know that?
Well, he could have found that out easily enough. There's more to this old ruffian than meets the eye. This piece of paper will give away his little game.
What little game?
Oh, we found this on his person. It's a fraudulent deed for a piece of land that was declared public property where the town hall was built. Why, if this were valid, it would be worth a fortune today.
My mother told me we once owned the land the town hall stands on now.
You couldn't have, ma'am, or you'd have a genuine deed to prove it.
There was a deed. My father had it with him when he disappeared 20 years ago.
Oh, no, ma'am, that was yesterday. No, it couldn't have been, because then you'd be 9 years old, and he'd be still in the cradle.
Oh, he's wasting our time. Sergeant!
Oh, no, please. Please go on.
What's the use? They don't believe me.
We want to help you. And maybe we could if you happen to remember the names of some of the friends you used to have.
I've tried. Hinkum dinkum, ma'am. I've tried, but my noodle just won't work. But, of course, fetch Dame Van Winkle, ma'am. She'll know me right enough. She sold dispatch on just 2 days ago.
My mother died 8 years ago.
8 years ago. Then I'm lost. Lost.
fellow. He's lost his senses.
Tell me truthfully. Who are you?
I'm nobody, ma'am. Nobody at all.
Your dog didn't used to think so, did he?
No, Wolf didn't think so. I've lost him, too. Who's Wolf?
You were too young to remember. He was Papa's dog.
So he was by Henneke. I remember now. He mentioned that name, too.
Well, he could have found it out, same as the others.
Oh, don't be such a fool. Who? Try and remember. Who was the last person you spoke to that day you went away?
Spoke to? Judith. My little daughter, Judith. Yes, it was.
Can you remember what you said to her?
No, ma'am, I can't.
Try.
I have tried, ma'am. It's no use.
Whatever I do, no matter...
No matter how it may look to you at the time...
Yes.
It would only be for your own good in the end. Because...
Because I love you very, very much. Yes. Oh, Papa. Don't cry anymore, Papa. You come home at last.
Hi, Grandpa.
Good morning, son.
Good morning, Papa.
Mama, what's that?
Hinkum dinkum, son. Ain't nobody ever told you? That's little men playing ninepins.
Papa, remember what happened last time?
It's only thunder, son. Just plain thunder. Hinkum dinkum.
Drive on.
Dream away, little man. Dream as long as you can. Don't grow up, I beg of you.